important things in my life. I can't even remember a single week where I didn't somehow involve myself in an athletic activity. Whether it was soccer, football, basketball, tennis, or anything else, I've always been active. Due to this love of sports, I can connect very well to these verses from Paul. Here, Paul states, "Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training." I can relate to this as my strict training in sports has provided me with, above all else, a good work ethic. My near obsession with sports has only increased throughout high school. In my 4 years of high school, I've received 9 athletic letters in my 3 varsity sports. I am also a conference champion in tennis as well as a state participant. And to get to this point in my tennis career, it took many hours. In fact, being the math fanatic that I am, I calculated this out to have taken at least 500 hours of work in the past 6 years. And that was just to win conference and make state. For a state champion, as someone who goes even farther, the amount of time it takes to get there is, well, hard to calculate. But nonetheless, the reason one would work so hard at this is because they care about it and they're excited to see the end result. However, even seeing that end result in tennis, I know that it won't get me very far. That crown will not last. Sure, I have some medals that I can show to my friends and family saying I accomplished what I did, but that's all. Some people, for their crown, it lasts a bit longer. Some people might go to college on a scholarship, or some people even push farther and make it to the pros in sports. And that can earn a person money, success, and fame. But according to Marilyn Monroe, fame doesn't fulfill you. It warms you a bit, but that warmth is temporary. If we're willing to spend that much time to get a prize that won't last, then why wouldn't we be willing to spend even more time on what lasts forever? It's this idea that Paul's trying to get across while writing this. Well, some may ask then, what exactly is the eternal? It's been said that there are 2 things in this world that are eternal: God and people. And so in order to invest in the eternal, we can build relationships with both God and people. Paul himself is a perfect example for us in this, as he spent his entire life as a believer traveling the known world, telling other people about Jesus, and discipling groups and individuals after they had received their salvation. By doing this, Paul knew he was investing in the souls of men, which are eternal. We can also focus on the eternal by building a relationship with God. There are a couple basic ways that we can do this that are very effective: reading the Bible and praying. By increasing the amount of time we do each of these, we can grow closer to God and invest in the eternal. The importance of this dedication to the eternal is well recognized by Tim Tebow. When he was asked about how he tries to better himself, he answered, "I have so many things to work on and so many ways that I fail. But that's what grace is all about. And I constantly wake up every morning trying to get better, trying to improve, trying to walk closer to God." Although the interviewer asked this in reference to improvement in football, Tebow found it more important to grow closer to God and improve in his spiritual life. This dedication and time investment to the eternal described by Paul takes just that, dedication. He never says that it's going to be easy, and if you've already been living for the eternal, you know that it isn't easy. This, I believe, is why Paul uses the analogy of sports here. Anyone who is successful in sports knows that it takes a lot of hard work to become great. There are days when you don't want to work. There are days where you take a loss or perform poorly. And there might even be days where you take an injury, suffer an injury that puts you out for a while. But it's through these times, these hard times, that we as athletes make the most improvement. When you force yourself to work hard, even when you don't feel like it, you build character. When you take a loss, you learn from what you did wrong so you can fix it for the next time and do better. When you have to sit out from your sport, you come back with a greater passion and dedication to perform well. It's in these seemingly low times in our athletic career that help us to become greater as athletes. And in a similar way, it's through times of hardship that we are drawn closer to God. Again, a great example for this can be found in Paul. Throughout his ministry, Paul faced a lot of persecution. On multiple occasions, he was shipwrecked, beaten, stoned, and imprisoned. However, it was through all of these rough times that Paul was still investing in the eternal by writing to various other Christians. And just like Paul, we are to grow even stronger in our faith through our trials. Wherever you are going, whether it be college, the workforce, or the military, you will face hard times. And it's in these hard times that I, along with Paul, implore you, friends, to keep your eyes on the eternal and grow even stronger. Thank you.